You need a headset with a microphone and a reliable internet connection. Please put on your headset as shown in the picture. Ready to begin? Once you start, you will not be able to pause. Please set your headphone volume. To set your headphone volume, use the volume slider in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Be sure to set your volume at a level that you can hear clearly. Remember, you can change your headphone volume at any time during this test by using the volume slider.
This is a microphone check. If you use a microphone, keep it 3 to 5 centimeters away from your mouth. Do not touch the microphone. If you use a speakerphone, hold it 30 to 45 centimeters from your mouth. Please count aloud from 1 to 4.
Speaking tips. It is important to speak naturally during the test. Here are some tips. Speak at a normal speed like you would during a conversation. Speak like you are talking to a person on the phone. There is no need to speak too carefully or slowly. Speak at a normal volume, not too loud or too soft. When you are ready, click Next.
Before you start the test, we need to hear you speak, so we'll give you a question. Listen to the question, then give your answer. You have 30 seconds to answer this question. Try to speak for as long as you can. If you can visit anywhere in the world, where do you want to go? Explain why you think so.
Part A. Reading. Please read the sentences as you are instructed. Please Please read sentence 1. Now read sentence 2. Now please read sentence 3. Now read sentence 4. Now read sentence 5. Please read sentence 6. Now read sentence 7. Now read sentence 8. Part B. Repeat. Please repeat each sentence that you hear. For example, a voice says,
Leave town on the next train.
and you say,
Leave town on the next train.
I need help with the new printer.
Why didn't you say so?
Please keep quiet during the performance.
Call us for more information. If you fly, you'll be there in an hour.
Welcome to the world of electronic books.
Looking at the two boys, it was clear that they were brothers.
Once the storm is over, I'll go check the roof.
You should call and make sure everything is on schedule for the meeting.
Tune in at 7 for the evening news. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our speaker. Send a copy of your resume to personnel, please.
What do you think of that idea about solving this? With one exception, all the members of the board seem satisfied.
None of the class could figure out the programming assignment.
Ever since Diane left, her dog has been sitting by the front door.
Part C. Questions. Now, please just give a simple answer to the questions. For example, a voice says,
Would you get water from a bottle or a newspaper?
and you say,
A bottle.
or,
From a bottle.
Tina is cold at night. Should she put a blanket or a bicycle on her bed?
Which is a better place to build a sand castle, the beach or a city street? A typical chair has how many legs?
If a painting is worthless, does it have a high or low value?
The movies are geared toward children. Are they for grown-ups or kids? If you need to wake up at 6 in the morning, would you set an alarm or a trap? Which is harder, a stone or a pillow?
Sean is cooking on the stove. What room of his house is he probably in? If the meeting is delayed, will it start earlier or later than scheduled?
Jordan postponed the event. Is it happening sooner or later than originally planned?
Is Susan likely to use a pick on her guitar strings or on her trumpet?
The results are questionable. Are they solid or in doubt?
Do people go in or go out when they want to leave?
Is Spanish a language or a mayonnaise?
Would you be more likely to buy a saw at a grocery store or at a hardware store?
Is an anniversary a special dish or a special occasion?
When traffic is stopped at an intersection, what color is the traffic light? How many moons does the Earth have?
Management was neutral about the proposal. Were they interested or indifferent?
The basket is practically empty. Does it contain many or few items?
John has a 10-pound cat. His dog weighs 3 times that much. How much does his dog weigh?
Do people usually take baths in tubs or in boxes?
What is a person who speaks 2 languages called?
Would David's roof leak more on a sunny day or on a rainy day?
Part B. Sentence builds. Now please rearrange the word groups into a sentence. For example, a voice says,
Was reading. My mother. Her favorite magazine.
and you say,
My mother was reading her favorite magazine.
Help. Brother. Your. Until. Wait. Tonight. Believed. The news. Nobody. You include, make sure, your name. Is not clever enough to solve these problems. John. Listening to the music. Over 100 people were in the park. For a large bowl of chicken soup, the customer asked, all costly mistakes hide. And use few ingredients, are easy to make. Most of the recipes. Actually knew, few of her friends, that she was married.
Part E. Story retellings. You will hear a short story. You will have 30 seconds to retell the story. Try to retell as much of the story as you can, including the situation, characters, actions, and ending.
Craig went diving in the sea. He wanted to touch the bottom of the sea, so he swam very deep. When he got to the bottom, he noticed a shiny object on the sandy bottom. When he touched it, he discovered it was actually a fish. He was surprised as the fish swam away quickly. Craig decided to buy an underwater camera for next time.
Connor decided to invite a friend to go on a bike ride to the lake. He packed a picnic lunch for two and a blanket. 30 minutes after they started, Connor's bike broke down. He had forgotten to pack any tools for his bike. Before the long walk home, they had their picnic by the side of the road, next to Connor's broken bicycle. Charlotte went to the grocery store to buy some food. When she was at the checkout counter, she realized that the cashier was an old friend. They talked as the cashier rang up Charlotte's groceries. When Charlotte got back home, she realized that she hadn't paid. She drove back immediately and paid for her food.
Part F. Open questions. You will hear a question, and then you will have 40 seconds to answer the question.
If you were asked to represent your country at an international conference, what topic would you like to discuss with other people from other nations? Please explain why. If you were asked to represent your country at an international conference, what topic would you like to discuss with other people from other nations? Please explain why. We often learn valuable information from people in our family. What is the most useful thing you have ever learned from someone in your family? Please explain. We often learn valuable information from people in our family. What is the most useful thing you have ever learned from someone in your family? Please explain.
Congratulations! You have completed the test. Thank you.